Hello, dear children. Chapter 2 Work and Energy. Let us do some word problems of this chapter. Let's revise some of the formulae that you have studied. Work is equal to force into displacement. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, where m stands for mass and v stands for velocity. Potential energy is equal to mgh, where m stands for mass, g stands for acceleration due to gravity, and h stands for height. Power is equal to work upon time. Energy consumed is equal to power into time. Let's go to first sum. Ravi applied a force of 10 newtons and moved a book 30 centimeters in the direction of force. How much was the work done by Ravi? So let's write down given force is equal to 10 newtons. Moved a book 30 centimeters means displacement is 30 centimeters. Now let's look at the units. The unit of force is in newtons and the unit of displacement is in centimeters, which means one is in the MK system and the other one is in the CG system. No, we need to have it in the same system in a particular sum. So let's convert the displacement 30 centimeters into meters so that both the units will be in the same system. How do we convert? 30 divided by 100. As you know, 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter, and so 30 divided by 100 will give us a unit in meters. So now there is 100 means there are two zeros in the denominator, means we just have to shift 2 digits to the left in the numerator. So it will be 0.30 meters. So this is how no need of actual division. Now to find work done. So let's write the solution. Let's apply the formula. Work is equal to force into displacement. Let's put the values. Force is 10 newtons. Displacement is 0.3. Multiply it. You will get it 3 joules. You have to put the unit of work in the MKS system. So that is joules, 3 joules. So let's write the final step. Therefore, work done by Ravi is equal to 3 joules. 3 J also. J, capital J you can write. Now let's move on to the second. A stone having a mass of 250 grams is falling from a height. How much kinetic energy does it have at the moment when its velocity is 2 meters per second? So mass is 250 grams, which is in the CGS system, and velocity is 2 meters per second, which is in the MK system. So we have to have the same unit in the same sum. So 250 grams, let us convert it into kilograms so that both the units will be in the MK system. How do we convert 250 grams to kilograms? Yes, you know 1000 grams is equal to 1 kg. So 250 divided by 1000 will give us in kg. So now again 1 and 3 zeros. Count the digits to the left in the numerator and our division becomes easier. So it is 0.250 kg. 3 digits to the left. Now velocity is 2 meters per second. How much kinetic energy? That means to find kinetic energy. Solution. Let's write the formula of kinetic energy, half mv square. Now we'll substitute the values. Mass is 0.250 and velocity is 2. So velocity v square means 2 multiplied by 2. So I wrote it 2 into 2. Now we have got 2 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator will get cancelled. And so this will become now 0.250 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. So kinetic energy will be 0.500 joules. Now this 00 after the decimal point has no value, and so we will write the final step. Therefore, kinetic energy is equal to 0.5 joules. Let's move on to the third sum. 500 kg water is stored in the overhead tank of a 10-meter high building. Calculate the amount of potential energy stored in the water. Now, 500 kg water means mass given mass is equal to 500 kg. Height of 10 meters, that means height is equal to 10 meters to find potential energy. Solution, potential energy formula mgh. Now we know the mass, that is kilograms, and it is in height meter, so both the units are in mk system, so there is no conversion. Now mass m is given and height is given. What is g? G is 9.8 meter per second square in the mk system, which you should be knowing. So we know that G is 9.8 meter per second square, and this is a constant value in all the sums. Wherever you have to use G, you will have to use this value in the MK system, 9.8. Now let's substitute substitute the values. So potential energy is equal to 500 into 9.8 into 10. When you multiply it, you will get 49,000 joules. Therefore, amount of potential energy stored in the water is equal to 49,000 joules. Number 4, convert 540 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Now, kilometers to meters and hours to seconds. How do we do? You know that 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. So 540 kilometers means 540 into 1000 will give us it in meters. Divided by per hour. Hours have to become seconds. So hours, if you just divide it by 60, it will become minutes. But if you again have another 60, it will become it in seconds. So let's write down 540 multiplied by 1000 upon 60 into 60 per hour. That's why upon it's this. So now let's reduce this. So we can cancel the zeros at the end. Our calculation will become easier. Now this 0 also we can cancel. Yes. Now 6 into, you know it, 540 is divisible by 6. 6 into 9 is 54, which means 6 into 90 will be 540. Now 6 and 90 are again divisible. That is 6 ones are 6 and 6 15s are. Now 15 multiplied by 10 will be 150 meter per second. So 540 kilometer per hour is equal to 150 meter per second. Let's move on to the next sum. Convert 7,200 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Again, 7,200 multiplied by 1000 because kilometer to meter, and upon 60 multiplied by 60. Now let's reduce that. As usual, we'll cancel the zeros. Yes, this time I cancel the zeros, and now this, yeah, so 7,200 has just become 72. So now let's cancel 6 and 72. You know it, 6 ones are 6, 6 12s are 70. Now this 6 and 12, again you can reduce it. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 2. So now 2 into 1000 will be 2000 meter per second. So therefore, yes, 7,200 kilometer per hour is 2000 meter per second. Let's move on to the next. The velocity of a car increased from 54 km per hour to 72 km per hour. How much is the work done if the mass of the car is 1500 kg? So let's write the given. Let's write the mass 1500 kg first. Then now you can see the velocity of the car increase from 54 km per hour to 72 km per hour. So initial velocity is 54 km per hour and final velocity will be 72 km per hour. So write down initial velocity U is 54 km and the final velocity V is 72. To find is the work done. So now, first of all, you can see 54 km per hour is not the unit in the MK system. The unit of velocity in the MK system is meter per second, means 54 kilometer per hour should be converted into meters per second, and same way 72 kilometer per hour should be converted into meter per second, because the unit of velocity in the MK system is meter per second. So let's do that. Solution 50 initial velocity. Now how do we convert? You know it, you have to multiply by 1000 divided by. So now let's reduce it. So zeros will cancel. The zeros will get cancelled. 6 into 9 will be 54. Yes. Now 6 and 9, you know it goes in the table of 3. 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are. Now 2 and 10 can be reduced. 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are. Yes. Now look at the numerator, 3 5s are. We have denominator 1 and 1, and so I stopped it. Now 3 5s are 15 meter per second. So initial velocity will now be written as 15 meter per second and not 54 kilometer per second. No. Same way, final velocity. We have to convert it into meters per second. So now let's reduce it. So the zeros get cancelled. Yes. Now 6 into 12. So yes. Now this 6 and 12 can be reduced further. Yes. Now we have denominators 1. So 2 into 10 will be 20 meter per second. So we have got the initial velocity as 15 meter per second and final velocity is 20 meter per second. Now let's do the work done. Now work done will be increase in kinetic energy. Increase in kinetic energy. Now you know the formula. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Now if it is half mv square, increase in kinetic energy will be half mv square minus half mu square, because we have final and initial. So final kinetic energy minus initial energy. So now half and m is, you can see, common. So let's take it out. V square minus u square. Now let's substitute the values. Yes, half into 1500 into 20 square minus 15 square. Now what we will do, 20 square is 400 and 15 square is 225. Let's minus it. 400 minus 225. The remaining things will remain as it is. Now we'll reduce this fraction. 2 and 1500 can be reduced. Yes, 750. Now 750 multiplied by 175, you will get it as 1,31,250. And work, the unit of work in the MK system is joules. And so this is our final step. So that's all for today.